Dear students, we are going to discuss about strategic information systems today. We know about management information system, which is more important, just flowing of information, recording of information, and retrieval of information. So always, when we say information system, it is truly dealing with data, storage, system, retrieval, and developing reports. So in that way, strategic information system will also be doing that. In a way, it is going to be helpful in achieving the organizational objectives. That is what the difference is. So a strategic information system is designed to support or shape an organization strategy. How, when we have this much of data to process with, these many reports to be produced, and these many reports to be sent to different departments, when we have all this, what strategy can be more useful in processing the information so that it is done very fast, accurately, and it is more helpful in achieving the organizational objectives. And it also makes our organization competitively advantageous than their competitors. We are able to outperform the competitors through the speed, cost, quality, and innovation. That is very much required or very much the content of strategic information system. So strategic information system is not for routine operations. It is for taking important decisions which makes the organization more better than the present. So that is what we have to keep in mind. So strategic, when we say strategic, it is playing a key role in the organization. Competitive advantage means we are going to bring a different strategy in advertising or in producing a product or in marketing a product which the competitor cannot easily copy. So that kind of decisions will be taken with the help of information system. So these are the objectives of competitive and strategic information system. First one is competitive advantage. Second one is strategic planning. With a lot many of data which we have, we are able to take decisions, right? So we need to deal with a huge sum of data which will help us to make decisions. Then innovation, how our decisions or products and services can be made more different. With the help of the information system, the company can create its own different shape of product, size of product, with the different perspectives, with the different features, right? We know that all the cell phones are coming with different advancement day to day. Now you can see an advertisement where the neighbor of yourself cannot see what you are seeing in the mobile phone. There is a special feature that has been introduced, right? This is called as innovation. So that kind of innovations can be done with the help of SIS. Then the relationship, we are able to send the information on time and we are able to maintain a relationship. And whenever there is going to be some changes in the market that wants us early, since it is always doing survey and giving us some form of feedback, and we are also able to control the quality, process, and improvement. So these are all the objectives of the strategic information system. Now we are going to discuss about three different components. One is strategic information system. Second one is management information system. Third one is transaction processing system. So these three are totally, we have different perspectives. When we take transaction processing system, it is focusing on routine transaction. Management information focuses on creating reports. Strategic information system focusing on how this can be done in a different way, which is more advantageous to the organization. Then second one is transaction processing system is done, since it is routine transaction, it is done with the operational level employees. Management information system is creating reports, so it is done by middle management, and strategic information system is dealt by top management. Time horizon, transaction processing system is only for a short period of time. Management information system is for medium time, which may be up to 1 year or 2 years. And strategic information, when it is framed, it stands for a longer period of time till next advancement comes. Examples of transaction processing system are billing and payroll, and sales and reports inventory for management information system. When it comes to strategic information system, it is in case of pricing, how to maintain a customer relationship, and it is focusing on analytics too. Now, we are going to discuss about Porter's generic strategy, how it can be linked with strategic information system. Simply, we are using internet, computer and other things in all these factors. That is what we are saying that as strategic information system. So first one is cost leadership. When strategic information system is introduced, it focuses on reducing the cost. How it can reduce the cost? By automating various processes and finding out how many people are required to do these many jobs and how that can be done effectively. So for an example, here they are giving about retail using, how it can be done within so very few number of people. Second one is differentiation, how our product features can be made different from my competitors. So personalized recommendations can be get. Then with where to focus, since when we say when it is say for example a cell phone we don't have a segment, right? All can buy. So how we can have a special group of customers through whom we are going to focus and where we can get a better benefit. So all this comes under Porter's generic information system. Next is types of strategic information system. Since we are focusing on top level management, it deals with ERP system where it integrates finance, HR, production and supply, because HR department needs information regarding how many employees and their names and their registration, and then the same data is required in production also, since people are working there, and how much we are spending towards each employee is finance. So ERP system is integrating every focus, right? Next is supply chain system, which means supply chain, we all know that it starts from planning for the production till it reaches the employee. So where and all we can reduce the time, we can reduce the cost, how fast it can be done, how effectively it can be done, has to plan that it is more important. Nowadays, we are buying through online, right? So the SCM system is most important. Flipkart இல்ல நீங்க வந்து அமேசான்ல ஆர்டர் பண்ணி வாங்கும்போது this paves a better way. Third one is decision support system or executive information system, which means we are analyzing the entire markets and finding out where we are lacking, what has to be done, what is the advancement that have been made by the competitors. All this can be planned with the help of decision support system. Next important thing is CRM, customer relationship management, where nowadays people are able to maintain the customer data and they have a register number for them, and it is also useful while for sales promotions, like we will give them points whenever they enter and buy something, right? All these are possible with the CR systems. And then business analytics is how effectively the information system can be made use of to find out key performance indicator in forecasting and data mining, because we have a pool of data from where we have to take only the meaningful data which will help us in taking important decisions. That can be done with the help of analytics. Then last is e-commerce platforms, where online sales and digital payment mode is created, which has made the global a single market, right? We need not go to London or America to buy something. From sitting our home itself, we are able to make the payment according to their requirements and we are able to get the materials. So all these are strategies. Such decisions are made which made them more successful. So how to develop SIS? Next, that is what we are going to discuss, strategic development process. First one is understanding business vision, which means we have to, why our company has started, that has to be understood. Whatever we do, that has to align with that vision. Second one is whenever we do bring in new things, we have to analyze the entire environment, analyze the industry. When we are doing into ready-made garments, how the ready-made garment industry is, who are all my competitors, what are the regulations, what is the new technology that have come in. After analyzing this only, a development can be done. Then identify the critical. So which has to be focused on to be more unique than our competitors. And then what is our capability, what need to be done to fill the gap. Then initiatives, what can be done. The first step, how to start with, has to be evaluated. And after taking the first step, we'll able to analyze whether what we have done is cost benefit. The benefit out of the cost that we have invested is more and risk is less. It is aligning with the organizational objectives. Next is implementation plan. How we are going to implement, how many steps are there, we have to implement. And then every time whatever we do, it has to be reviewed continually. Then critical success factor. To be most successful, what has to be focused on in strategic information system? First one that we expect is strong top management. Top management is going to take initiative in this. Only then it will be able to align itself with the business goals. And then since it is going to deal with data, it has to have only the relevant quality data, and whatever data it is having, it is cross functional. With every department they have to collaborate with, and a tight security of data has to be maintained. Only then others cannot copy our strategy, which will be a unique process for a longer period of time. And whatever we have found unique, that has to be continuously monitored to make it more unique, to make it more different. Whatever we do, we cannot stop with that. Usually we have to continuously work on that. And what are all the risks and limitations with the strategic information system? Initially, when we want to implement, the involvement of cost is very high, and we have to take enough steps for data privacy and cyber security. Then integration. To integrate with every data, with every department, government department, customers, again, proper testing is required to bring such a information system. And the employees or the customers may find it difficult since they get practice to that. Sometimes they may have a wrong assumptions, this will not work like that, or technology may get obsolete when we start initiating that. So that has to be tested properly when we want to go for it. So next is key performance indicator. So what are all the things that we have implemented, that is software information technology or system information technology? What are all the key factors that are resulting in? One is cost reduction should happen. Cycle time should have reduced. It should reduce the cycle time. Retention rate, employees retention rate should have, that is employee are interested to work with the organization. There should be increase in the market share, which means sales should have increased. And always the reports are prepared on time. Whenever a new information is received, that is immediately responded back to the customer, and every activity has been converted into digital conversion. These are all the key performance measures that we have implemented strategic information system in the organization. Thank you.